There are a lot of comments involving accusations of fascism, Robert Skidelsky. Do you think they hold any water?
I don't think they do. I don't think this is a fascist takeover or even the beginning of one. I think the circumstances are very, very different, and America is very, very different. And first of all, America has a constitution. And although the president may appear very, very powerful abroad, within America itself, her powers are quite limited.
Everybody will hope you're right, of course they will, but why do you think so many fascists think he is one of them?
Well, we're into problems of definition here. I think
briefly, the fellow who came up with this phrase, alt-right, and some of the people that Hadley has mentioned, the fellow who came up with the phrase alt-right, I think, has said today that a lot of the people wearing Trump baseball caps might as well have been sporting swastikas.
Yeah, but they didn't have a chance to support swastikas, and that's why they don't support them. I mean, you have to judge everything by the circumstances, the country in which these... There is a common movement, there's a common disenchantment with what are called the liberal elites, and that takes different forms. Do I know what that means? Well, one definition was the financial elite and Wall Street, but there's also maybe liberal cultural attitudes, and there's also the feeling that the liberals have let down people, that they've left a lot of the country behind. They've treated them with contempt. They haven't taken any real...
And they haven't changed their life. If I'm understanding you correctly, you see it more as an opportunity perhaps to knock the house down and then rebuild something even better with the surviving bricks and mortar.
Not knock the house down. I mean, I don't think you can ever deliberately will a total disruption of a society.
He's kind of said he's going to, hasn't he, in a way?
Well, you know, you've got to wait to see what he does. I think he'll be hemmed in by a lot of restraints. He hasn't got behind him the kind of militarized political party that these fascist groups have, and that's why it's quite dangerous to use the word fascist about them. Fascism was in a particular history. The mood may be very, very different, but it's may be the same, but its expression is different, and that is hugely important. And in America, particularly, there's nothing like any organised fascism. What you have is a president who many people think had a lot of crazy views, deeply unpleasant views in many respects, but also has economic policies that make sense to a lot of people.
OK, but very briefly, can you think of any examples from history of someone who's risen to power on a racist ticket and then turned out to be less racist once they'd achieved power?
Well,
I'm putting you on the spot. It's probably not fair. I'll give you another chance.
I do actually. I can think of people. Yeah, I mean, one very, very well-known person from history was the mayor of Vienna, who was elected on a very anti-Semitic platform before the First World War, ended up by appointing lots of Jews to his administration, declared and said, I decide who's a Jew.
See, that's why you're the Lord. Thank you.